30 seconds, as they did. And we will go in the reverse order that we did the opening. So from Ken Armstrong on down.
It has been my pleasure for the last 6 months, and I will say that a lot of times pleasure comes with quite a bit of pain, but it has been my pleasure for the last 6 months to travel 40 states so far around the country and to get to know American people in a way that I never had before. And really, I mean, met with David Thoreau at the Independent Institute in California, had dinner with Larry Sharp in New York, and those were wonderful experiences. But even more important than that were the ordinary, everyday Americans, the homeless people, the waitresses, the hotel staff, the people that we met on the street, and just finding out how, honestly, you know, we say something all of the time, but Dawn and I have been discovering that this is absolutely true. If people know what we're about, they discover that they've always been libertarians. It took me until almost 25 years ago to discover that I was a libertarian. And when we explain what we're really about, people get it. And it's my passion as I travel around the country to have that conversation with people.
And Vernon Supreme.
Thank you. My boot is a boot. It's a magic boot. It stands for all that is good in America, and the rights the Libertarian Party stands for, the ability to wear a boot on your head if you so want to, because it harms no one at all. 3.9 million high school students graduate in a given year. Give me 2 of those years, that's 8 million kids. Add that to the 17 million college students in college in a given year, that's a pool of 25 million people. Give me 1 out of 4 of those voters, that will equal your 5% right there. That does not include the millions and millions of disenfranchised, disillusioned, disgusted individuals who could be voting but aren't voting. I think we could give them a very clear-cut choice. Putting up a man with a boot on his head will certainly show and demonstrate the contempt that is worthy of the duopoly and the presidential charade. The opportunities are limitless. This May in Austin, the Libertarian Party will be giving a very, very clear choice. They will choose of 2 time streams. There will be 1 time stream available that the LP can choose, where Vermin Supreme is the nominee, and we take back America from whoever has it, whenever we take it back from them. Or something else. The choice will be yours. Choose wisely. Together, we will ride our ponies into a zombie-powered future. Thank you.
Joe Jorgensen, closing remarks.
As the presidential nominee, I will double the size of the Libertarian Party membership. How do you know I can do that? Because I did it before with Harry Brown. In 1996, we more than doubled the national party size from 10,000 members to over 22,800. But we didn't do it alone. We did it by teaming up with the national leadership. We teamed up with National Chair Steve Dasbach. In fact, Steve's here. Can you say hi? We teamed up with Bill Winter, Communication Director, Perry Willis, and last but not least, we paired up with Michael Cloud, the fundraiser for Harry Brown. Can you say hello? So, as the presidential nominee, what I would do is I would work with the Libertarian Party closely to make sure that everybody we came in contact would be sent to the National Libertarian Party and double the size of the Libertarian Party. Big government is the problem, small government is the solution. Vote Dr. Joe Jorgensen, the small government candidate.
Adam Cook.
Before we start the clock,
all right, we got one. All right, let's do this. Are you fed up with the 2-party system?
yes.
Can we do better than this, America? Are you ready to live up to the ideals of the American Revolution? Government keeps us divided, fighting over power in a centralized system driven by hate. I'm fed up with Cadet Bone Spurs, our narcissist in chief. But the culture of hate politics goes well beyond Orange Julius. Yes, Trump, you are driven by so much statist hatred, and this is the Lovolution. Just as light drives out dark and love drives out hate, you will lose and love will win. America, we are too good for this government. We don't have to be forced into one system to be united in American values. Localization is the cure for polarization. With voluntary, community-level government, you can live in harmony with systems that represent your values and meet your needs. With localization, we unite every single American around that which makes us America. A revolution with every generation.
We are called.
To get better microphones. Yes, all right. I'll be done in a few seconds. We are called upon now, by fate and fortune, to have the best revolution ever. A revolution of love and peace and freedom. A way of harmony. This is the revolution you've been waiting for. Thank you very much.
Dan, taxation is death. Sure.
So first, I want to apologize. I hope I didn't insult you by saying mainstream. It's a pretty legitimate organization.
Dude, I'm old.
So one thing that I think is really important to recognize is the government that we have, as big as it is, as much as everybody hates it, especially when their party's not in charge, that government is a government that we have that people wanted. You have one party who says, oh yeah, I want the government to get bigger as long as my guy's in charge. And then a few years later, everybody else says, well, those people did all those things to me. We need my guy in charge to make the government even bigger to reverse all the damage that was done. The only way we're going to get off of this train wreck is if we change that conversation and change that direction. And it doesn't come from pointing out all the flaws in the system and saying, this is bad, and those guys are bad, and those guys are bad. It comes from us being able to explain the benefits, how much better your life is going to be without maybe just this one government organization or this government organization. And something we have to realize about the candidates that we have up on this stage, everybody's different. Government tries to be one size fits all. Every single one of us appeals to a different audience. We're bringing people together with this message that less government is better. And we're working together to make that happen. But in order to win, the first thing that has to change is the minds of the people.
And Kim Rock, check this out.
Well, just to reiterate, in case it hasn't become abundantly clear, my name is Kim Ruff, and that is indeed my legitimate last name. It's true. I am normally hesitant to talk about personal things, but I feel it's incumbent upon me to tell you this. The prime mover for me doing this is because I am a parent. I have 2 children, a son who's 5 and a daughter who's 7. And because I have children, and I think about the world that they're going to inherit, I'm terrified. I am terrified, and I think a lot of people feel that way. Every single one of us is here, not just because we see logically how illogical or antithetical to our belief system government is. We see the direct impact it has on every single person in our lives. We have family members we care deeply about who are serving time in prison simply because they had the temerity to have marijuana. You have people who are incapable of advancing economically or starting a small business because of the huge burden government puts on them. We are in a situation as Americans where we are shackled by the very thing that we enacted supposedly to protect and serve us. And it's incumbent upon every single one of us to stand up and fight back. We need all hands on deck. That's why it's something that I've talked about multiple times, is that our campaign is a volunteer organization made up of hundreds of a veritable who's who of awesome activists who've been in this movement right next to you this whole time. Every single one of us has to pick up a shovel and dig. There's myriad ways we can attack the Leviathan of the state, but we need to push back. Otherwise, our children will inherit a mess that we cannot fix for them.
Let's give a round of applause for all 6 candidates who attended. Thank you to South Carolina Libertarian Party for inviting everyone here, including myself and the National. Very good. And if I might make a sartorial suggestion or a photographic suggestion, hey candidates, we should go to the front of the stage so people can take a picture, like as a group of people.
I think it's a group of people.